Hi everyone, welcome to another Studyzing video. So today I'll be giving you some back to school tips. The first one will be organization tips, and I think the most important thing is to keep everything always tidy, and on their place, and having just like your own study corner. Don't have like anything else there, just it's to study, focus on that and pack everything after using it. I really think this is the most important. Now, to study, I think that one of the most important things when you are studying is to understand what kind of learner, what kind of memory do you have, and what are the methods that work the best for you. And I'm thinking about doing a video just about studying methods. If you want that, please just say it in the comments. So first we have the visual learners, and basically this kind of memory, this kind of learners, as the name says, these people will have, it will be really easier for them to understand what they are studying if they have like graphics or drawings. So I think the best method for them to study is really like a mental map, or drawing like, what they're studying and making the like the subtitle. You know what I'm talking about, right? Because they will just capture really easily the information if they just see what they are doing and studying, Yeah. Basically, anything with images, any visual information will be really easier for them to capture and understand. After this, I just want to say that it doesn't matter what kind of learner, what kind of memory you have. Don't stick just to that. Like, try new things, try to see what works for you also other than this. And now we have the auditive learners. I hope you like the format that this video is in. I couldn't do really much more, and I'm sorry for that. So for the auditive learners, basically they'll just kept all the information on classes because they will be hearing the teacher speaking. So I think it's really useful for them if they just like record the classes and listen to them at home. In order to understand what kind of learner you are, I think you really should try each one of these methods, like drawing and doing graphics, then recording your classes and listening to them. Just to understand what works the best for you, and that way you might be able to find out what kind of learner you are. So for the auditive learners, besides the recording and listening to classes, listening to online classes can be really useful too, I think. I think basically that's it for the visual learners. And finally, we will have the kinetic learners. And I really feel like I fit more into that group, and I will obviously explain it to you. And I think it is pretty obvious that I belong there after what I did right here. Yeah. So basically, a kinetic learner is someone who understands what you're studying by doing it, by doing something practice with it, So, for example, for me, it is really easier to understand what I'm learning if I just teach it to someone, if I just pretend that I'm giving a class. Or, for example, if it is a practice class, I will have to do it and redo it to understand what I'm doing here and what it's supposed to happening. Like, you know, writing. Basically, a kinetic learner just gets the information by practical stuff, you know, like by touching, by watching how does that work and try to repeat it and drawing it and writing about it. But yeah, for me, the really best method is to teach it to someone because you are studying again and you're helping someone, and that's just really good. Another advice that I have to you when studying is to do a to-do list, because that way you can keep a track of everything that you have to do, everything that you've already done, and what you'll have to do tomorrow that you haven't done today. I'm sorry. Now we're going to productivity tips. So, again, a to-do list for your personal stuff might be really useful and important. I wear this app which is I totally forgot the name of the app. Oh my gosh. I'll do. I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. I'm really sorry, but I think you saw it in the beginning of this clip. So basically, in this app you can just like connect it to your calendar and see everything that you have to do and see your to-do list on your calendar. But yeah, I think that having a to-do list for your day, just like in the studying tips, it is really important because, again, you can keep track of what you have to do and what you've already done. And yeah, that way you can prioritize your tasks. And wake up early, because the earlier you wake up, the more time you'll have for yourself. And the personal tips, honeys, be yourselves. Like, don't try to be anyone else. You're amazing the way you are. And people, if they don't like you, then, well, that doesn't matter. Just be yourself and take initiative. If you're in a new class or a new school and you see someone alone, go and talk to them. They might be in the same situation as you. Then don't force anything. Like, don't try to be popular. Don't try to be that girl, that boy, you know. Just, again, be yourself, because people can understand when you are genuine. And that's really good. Well, this was it for today's video. I will talk about how to set a good routine in the next video, so stay tuned. Bye bye, guys.